Why did Russia sell Alaska to the United States? In the mid-19th century, the defeat in the Crimean War, 1854 to 1856, exposed the military and economic backwardness of Tsarist Russia. Faced with the industrial might of the British and French allies, Russia was forced to cede land and beg for peace, and the old Tsar Nicholas I even committed suicide by taking poison as a result. The newly crowned Alexander II realized that if there was another war, Alaska, which was close to the British colony of Canada, would be difficult to defend and might become a springboard for the British to attack Siberia. To avoid this potential threat, he decided to sell Alaska. The real reason, however, was that Russia had never fully explored this vast but unrecognized resource. In the eyes of the Russians, Alaska was just a desolate land inhabited by Eskimos with no strategic value or economic potential. Although the Tsar looked for a buyer, the world powers had no interest in the tundra, and no progress was made for several years. The turning point came in 1861 during the American Civil War. To counter the attempts of the European powers to dismember the United States, President Lincoln turned to Russia for help. At this time, U.S. Secretary of State William Henry Seward offered to purchase Alaska in return for Russia's help. In 1867, an agreement was reached, and the United States bought Alaska for $7.2 million. The deal was controversial at the time, with Americans ridiculing Seward for doing a stupid thing, calling it Seward's folly and Seward's icebox. However, Seward was convinced that future generations would benefit. He was proven right. Beginning in 1897, gold was discovered in Alaska, followed by the discovery of rich oil resources. Into the 20th century, it became an important staging area for Pacific air routes and, after World War II, a U.S. strategic weapons deployment site facing directly toward the Soviet Union. Today, Alaska is not only an important treasure trove of natural resources for the U.S., but also a key component of its defense and security. On the face of it, the Russians made a profit and the Americans got a mega fridge. But in the long run, the United States gained enormous strategic and economic benefits, while Russia lost a region that could have brought great wealth and strategic value in the future.